welcome aboard live at the Crossfield Ball Diamonds as we get today's video rocking and rolling. We'll have a more complete edition later on this evening. Just wanted to get some quick thoughts, some quick ideas out on, of course, that massive extension that our big-time star, yeah, the other one, not Connor McDavid, the other one, Leon Draisaitl, has signed today with the Edmonton Oilers. Obviously a great day in oil country, as Bob Stauffer teased for us early this morning. And man, it didn't take very long for that news to get out, and obviously for the Oilers to get down to business this morning. We kind of had a feeling this might be coming. It was reported a couple times last night that, hey, something might be coming out here about this tomorrow. And bing, bang, boom, just like that in the morning. Well, Bob Stauffer's promising you good news, and then, hey, it didn't take long, and the Oilers got it done. So if you're new to the channel, friends, right now I'm going to ask you, hit that subscribe button simply because I want you to come back for today's later video when we break down a little bit more, or at least kind of the complications that come with this Leon Draisaitl extension. But for right now, just I want to take a moment to absolutely say, as an Oilers fan, how big of a day this is, how proud I am to be a fan, and how much this means to a city that, you know, over the course of most people my age's lifespan, we haven't really been able to keep premier talent. We haven't been able to sign them again after signing them once, whatever the case might be. And instead, here we have Leon Draisaitl, the second guy in the series, realistically speaking, after Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, to sign that second long-term extension. And you kept Nugent-Hopkins an Oiler forever. For all intents and purposes, by the time Leon Draisaitl's played his last game for the Oilers of this contract, he will have played 19 seasons in Edmonton as an Edmonton Oiler. So even if he goes off to play some random team for some random year, I will tell you, quite honestly, the truth is he's an Oiler forever when it comes down to it. So that's the beautiful part about that, is 19 years guaranteed of Leon Draisaitl in Edmonton. And a lot of talk today. The one thing I do want to break down for those of you back home watching right now, thank you for talking about the summer and stuff as we try and close it down here in Crossfield one final week before the ball season's done. I want to tell you, Connor McDavid re-signing, that is guaranteed at this point, friends. We know that. We love that. It's been reported a few times over, and we're going to enjoy every last minute of it here as the Edmonton Oilers and Leon Draisaitl have just secured the team's future going forward. Quite honestly, this is massive. Yeah, the salary cap, like I said, is going to hurt for the last or for the first little bit here, but again, there's going to be ways to get around it. I don't know necessarily how a new CBA is going to affect the salary cap in a couple of years, but I imagine that the NHL is pretty poised, especially with the entrance of Utah and potentially some more teams looking to get in. The NHL is poised to definitely increase that cap space up and away. And the more they do that, the larger they do it year by year, the more it's going to impact the Oilers, and the more it's going to impact how much the Oilers can possibly do to continue to win with Leon and Connor in Edmonton. Our ride or dies, as they call themselves, well, they're here. They're going to be here a long dang time, and that's one dang good thing to be thankful for as an Edmonton Oilers fan on a beautiful 30-degree day in southern Alberta as we go to play ball in September. Like I said, getting this season up and done with out here so as we can get to the to the hockey season. My goodness, I don't even know what time of year it is anymore, but that's for those of you that had a chance to tune in this weekend, kind of my realization video. I know some would say clickbait, and fairly so. I get where you're coming from. I would tell you, I am just absolutely blown away that it is already September. Feels like we just ended playoffs last week. Feels like there's been no summer whatsoever. We have just been waiting on this Leon Draisaitl extension. You know, there was a whole bunch of random stuff that happened with that offer sheet situation and all that. But yeah, I guess as Peter's mentioning in the chat there about Johnny Gaudreau, maybe that's one point you might want to hear from me here today, is the Oilers did actually have this Leon Draisaitl deal done last week. From all indications on Bob Stauffer's show, it was supposed to come out on Friday was the date of the extension announcement, which we kind of felt was when it was supposed to be. And then Thursday night, we started hearing rumors that Johnny Gaudreau had passed away alongside his brother Matthew. And out of respect, it sounds like the Edmonton Oilers decided to push the announcement to Monday. Obviously, give us hockey fans in general a weekend to grieve that news. And well, then all of a sudden, Bob Stauffer on Monday morning giving us perk up the ears because you're about to hear something good. And hear something good we did. And that's kind of where, right, we go from a really sad news story, really sad situation in the NHL to one that's a storybook moment for the Edmonton Oilers franchise and us fans in general to go to, of course, seeing Leon Draisaitl become a member of the Oilers for, well, as long as he plays out his contract, at least 19 years in the capital city of our great province of Alberta. So looking forward to that. But yeah, obviously tragic news on the Johnny Gaudreau front and tragic news overall losing his brother as well. So we will mourn that as I believe the Flames have a vigil scheduled for 8 o'clock Wednesday night. So if you're in the city of Calgary, definitely make it on down. Um, for those of you wondering if I'm going to make it down, I will not. I've got ball again. It's basically ball, day off ball this week on the short week. Oh, by the way, ball Saturday as well. But yeah, no, it's going to be a heavy week in Calgary still following the ramifications of that. But for us Oilers fans, I guess, there is a light in the darkness in which we get Leon Draisaitl signed and we get to enjoy a moment of happiness as well to start the week. So now the next things, right? The Bouchard signing and the Connor McDavid signing. I think we can all agree that's pretty much in the pocket. I think it was mentioned by Brendan Escott and Bob Stauffer on his show today, just before I hopped on live to say quite honestly how it plays out for the Oilers is it's 3D chess for Jeff Jackson. Who were Bouch's and McDavid's agents before Jeff Jackson joined the Oilers? Jeff Jackson. So if you don't think that this Leon Draisaitl signing doesn't come with a little added bonus of Connor and Leon and Bouchard all being locked up at this point, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about because I feel like that's pretty much guaranteed, especially when Bob Stauffer and Brendan Escott are pretty much putting the rubber stamp on it. So that is the news update for today, friends. As we get ready to close out the ball season in Crossfield here, you will see 2 or 3 more updates this week from the Ball Diamonds as I finish off playoffs, so either on Friday or Saturday. And then all of a sudden, starting Monday, we are up and away with the NHL season and obviously rookie camp, training camp, captain skates, preseason games, and of course the regular season. I guess to give you a little what's up, what's going on with me once we get to next week. I'm expecting to have a ton of preseason live streams up. I think everything except for the 2 Vancouver games because they'll be televised. And other than that, that will be pretty much the get to it. And I'm hoping, I mean, I make the promise every single dang year, but I'm hoping with a team that's going to be worth watching every single game this year. I'm hoping to very much so live stream a ton of games this year and not have to tune out after the first or second. I know Patrick and I were talking today, and he kind of called me out for that, even during late in the season last year. So yeah, hoping for a better start, and we'll see if it all works out. But Epiphany, I will tell you, it's a hot one today, but the sun goes down quick down here in southern Alberta. That's one thing. If you've never really lived in southern Alberta, you're from northern Alberta, and you just kind of hang out north of Edmonton or around the Edmonton area 24/7, 365. By this time of the year, we're starting ball half an hour early. We're starting 15 minutes early, whatever we can to keep the sunlight going all day long, just get the game done. And the sun's down by about 8:10 every night, so it gets dark, and already right now, even in the shade, it's starting to feel too chilly to be outside. So welcome to winter time in Alberta, I guess you could say, right? We go straight from summer to winter. I know there's this thing called fall, but don't worry, it'll be snowing next week. I can almost guarantee you. So somewhere in the province not named the mountains, it'll be snowing. For right now, though, guys, I guess I'm rambling on, but it feels good to at least have somebody to talk to here at the Ball Diamonds. We're just waiting to get things underway, whether I'm in or out. Don't really care, but for right now, Leon Draisaitl is an Edmonton Oiler going forward for the next 8 years. Love to hear it. Thanks for being aboard. I'm up on out of here.